Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Ready to dive into another deep dive with me? Awesome. Today, we're going to be focusing on how to improve your writing. All right, who doesn't want to write better, right? Like, I know I'm always looking for ways to step up my writing game.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's a constant journey, right? You can always be learning and growing as a writer, and honestly, I think that's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And lucky for us, we've got some really interesting source material to pull from today. Stuff that gets down to the nitty-gritty of practical writing tips that you can use, like, right away.
Yeah, I'm excited to break it all down.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first. The source we're looking at today really emphasizes like the foundational stuff, your grammar, your punctuation, making sure that your writing is clear and easy to understand. Kind of reminds me of like building a house, right? You got to have a solid foundation before you can start adding on all the fancy stuff.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, if your grammar and punctuation are shaky, it's like trying to build a house on sand, you know? It's just
Okay.
not going to be stable.
Exactly. But once you have that solid foundation in place, then you can really let your creativity shine through. And speaking of creativity, one of the things that this source talks about is this technique called free writing. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, free writing is a game changer. It's this idea from a writer named Peter Elbow, and it's basically like you just set a timer for like 10 minutes or so and you just write nonstop. Whatever comes to mind, you just let it flow out onto the page.
No editing, no nothing. Just pure stream of consciousness.
Exactly. The whole point is to just get those ideas flowing without that inner critic jumping in and saying, "Oh, this is bad," or "This doesn't make sense." It's like taking your brain for a walk in the park, you know? Just
Yeah.
letting it wander and see where it goes.
I love that. It kind of reminds me of like trying to explain a dream to someone, right? It's all jumbled up and maybe it doesn't make perfect sense, but there's some real gems in there if you look closely enough.
Exactly. And sometimes those messy free writing sessions can lead to your best ideas. Okay, so let's say you've done some free writing. You've got some ideas down. What's the next step?
Well, according to the source, the next step is to get some feedback. But it's not just any kind of feedback. There are two specific types that are really helpful.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So the first type is called criterion-based feedback. And it's basically like asking, did this piece of writing achieve its goal? Is it clear? Is it organized? Is it well supported?
So it's kind of like a checklist almost, right? Making sure all the technical boxes are ticked.
Exactly. And then the second type of feedback is called reader-based feedback. And this is all about how the writing makes the reader feel. Did it connect with them emotionally? Was it enjoyable to read? Did it leave them wanting more?
Oh, I see. So it's like one type of feedback is focused on the craft of writing and the other one is focused on the art of writing.
Yes. It's like getting feedback on a song you wrote. You want to know if it follows the rules of music, but you also want to know if it makes people feel something.
Right, right, right. You need both. And speaking of things you need, the source also talks about the importance of reading, like a lot of reading.
Oh, yeah. Reading is like fuel for writers. But it's not just about reading anything. It's about reading widely, exposing yourself to different genres, different styles, different voices.
Exactly. It's like expanding your vocabulary for writing. The more you read, the more you'll start to see how different writers use language to create different effects.
And that can help you find your own unique writing voice, which is
Mhm.
something that the source emphasizes as well.
Oh, totally. Your voice is what makes your writing stand out from the crowd. It's what gives your writing personality and makes it engaging for the reader.
Yeah, and sometimes that means like not being afraid to break the rules a little bit, you know, like not being so formal and stuffy all the time.
Right. It's okay to be conversational in your writing, especially if it suits the topic and the audience. Now, another thing that the source talks about is revision, which I know can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but it's so important.
Oh yeah, I'm a big believer in revision. It's like taking a sculpture and chiseling away at it until it's just right. You got to be willing to go back and rework things, cut things, add things, rearrange things until it's really singing.
And one tip that I find really helpful for revision is to read your work aloud. Like actually read it out loud to yourself.
Oh, that's a great tip. It helps you catch those awkward phrases or clunky sentences that you might miss when you're just reading it in your head.
Totally. Now, I know we've talked about a lot of different things today, but I think the biggest takeaway is that writing is a process. It's not about getting it perfect on the first try. It's about being willing to experiment, to learn, to grow, to keep pushing yourself to get better.
So true. And that brings me to my final question for our listeners today. What's one small step that you can take today to improve your writing? Maybe it's trying out that free writing exercise we talked about, or maybe it's picking up a book in a genre that you've never read before.
Or maybe it's just setting aside 15 minutes to write without any distractions. Whatever it is, just remember that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And most importantly, have fun with it. Writing should be enjoyable, so embrace the journey and see where it takes you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, everybody, and happy writing.
See you next time.
Bye.